The Ovis World Slam is the taking of at least 12 of the world's wild mountain sheep. Tonight, we want to recognize several individuals who have documented an Ovis World Slam. Up first is Umberto Cavazos of Mexico. Umberto achieved his Ovis World Slam with an impressive Trans-Caspian Urial on a hunt in Iran in February of 2020. His Tian Shan Margali from Kyrgyzstan is up next, and he took that ram in 2016. Umberto has 3 of the North American wild sheep, and his stone from BC came in 2017. Umberto took an Armenian mouflon in Iran in January 2020 as his 11th wild sheep species. We're pleased to recognize Greg Oliver of Texas for achieving his Ovis World Slam. Greg has all 3 turfs found in the Caucasus Mountains, and we chose his Agistan Eastern turf to represent those. Next up, you saw Greg's Aldad from his home state of Texas, taken in 2019, and later that same year, Greg took an Armenian mouflon, also from Texas. Number 12 on the Ovis list for Greg was his Hungai Argali from Mongolia, which he got in August 2021. It's not very often that we get to recognize a bow hunter for achieving an Ovis World Slam. Well, we're pleased to call to the stage Gary Bagner of Michigan to recognize him for achieving his archery Ovis World Slam. You saw Gary's Marco Polo Argali from Tajikistan, which he got back in 1993. Moving closer to the present, Gary traveled to Pakistan in 2017 to get his Blandford Urial. Gary has all 3 Argali from Mongolia, and we chose the Altai Argali to show here. Gary finished his archery Ovis World Slam in May of 2021 with a Desert Bighorn from Carmen Island, Mexico. That completes this group. Many international mountain hunters cannot stop after the milestone of the Ovis World Slam. For those, there are additional milestones GSCO designates as the Super 20, Super 30, and yes, even the Super 40 on rare occasion. It was on a hunt in West Texas in February 2020 where Mark Ossel of Virginia reached number 20 on the Ovis list. There he took both an Armenian mouflon and red sheep. Mark hunted Hungai Argali in Mongolia in 2019 and connected on a fine ram there. Mark has taken 3 of the 4 Desert Bighorn subspecies, with his most recent being a Nelsoni from Utah in 2019. We'll finish up by showing you Mark's trophies from Pakistan taken in 2019, and they include his Punjab and Blandford Urial. We're pleased to recognize Madeline Damaski of Colorado for completing her Ovis Super 20 milestone. One of Maddie's earliest Ovis species was her Texas Aldad taken in 2013. Maddie has all 3 Argali found in Mongolia, and we chose her Altai to highlight those. As far as North American rams go, Maddie has plenty, including her impressive Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Colorado, taken in 2018. Maddie did a multi-species hunt in January 2021 to finish her Ovis Super 20. There she took both a Bukharan Urial and a Matasoni Argali. We now want to recognize Alexei Kim of Russia for achieving his Ovis Super 20. Alexei has done a tremendous amount of mountain hunting in the past few years. You saw his Himalayan blue sheep from Nepal taken in 2019. And that same year he connected on a Dal sheep. Alexei completed his Ovis Super 20 on a multi-species hunt in Iran in 2020, where he took an Afghan Urial, Trans-Caspian Urial, and Shiraz Mouflon on the same trip. It was a Humi Argali from Kyrgyzstan taken in 2021 that got Kevin Klumper of Washington to the Ovis Super 20. Kevin's taken all 3 species of turf found in the Caucasus Mountains, and his Mid-Caucasian turf from Russia came in 2019. Kevin added a Konya Mouflon from Turkey to his Ovis list in October 2020, and the following month he traveled to Carmen Island, Mexico to get a Great Desert Bighorn. We'll finish up Kevin's presentation with his beautiful Altai Argali from Mongolia, taken in July 2021. Up next for Ovis Super 20 recognition is Jim Lyons of Texas, and we'll begin with his great Himalayan blue sheep from Nepal, taken in 2017. Jim traveled to Tajikistan in 2018 in pursuit of Marco Polo Argali, and in later that same year, he went to Mongolia and was successful on the Great Altai Argali. As for the Urials, Jim has 2 of those, and his Punjab Urial from Pakistan came in 2019. Jim reached number 20 on the Ovis list in 2019 with the Great Tian Shan Argali from Kyrgyzstan. It was a Fannin Ram from the Yukon taken in 2021 that got Kevin Small of California to the Ovis Super 20 mark. Backing up, see Kevin with his Blandford Uriel from Pakistan taken in 2012. Next up is an amazing Altai Argali Kevin took in Mongolia in 2015, and he traveled to Turkey in 2018 to get the highly desirable Konya Mouflon. We'll finish up by showing you Kevin's Armenian Mouflon from Texas, which he took on a hunt in November 2020. GSCO board member Bruce Tatterchuk of Alabama is next to be recognized for his Ovis Super 20 milestone, and we'll start with his Dagestan Eastern Turf from Azerbaijan, taken in 2007. Moving a bit closer to the present, Bruce traveled to Pakistan in 2017 to get his Punjab Uriel. He has both the Armenian Mouflon and Red Sheep from Texas, which he took in 2017, and we'll round out tonight's presentation with Bruce's Marco Polo Argali from Tajikistan, taken in October 2019. We're pleased to recognize Susan Toohey of Michigan for reaching number 20 on the Ovis list. Susan's first Ovis species, not counting her Grand Slam entries, was an Aldad from New Mexico, taken in 2010. She connected on an impressive Marco Polo Argali from Tajikistan in 2017, and in February 2021, Susan was able to attain a North Baja Desert Bighorn sheep. Susan achieved her Ovis Super 20 in September 2021 on a multi-species hunt in Mongolia, where she got both Agobi and Altai Argali. This year we have but one Ovis World Slam Super 40 recipient to recognize. Brian Hauck of Alberta reached the Ovis Super 40 in November 2020 when he connected on a Bukharan Uriel in Uzbekistan. Brian has taken the rare Karaganda Argali from Kazakhstan, which he got in 2002. Another one of Brian's first Ovis trophies, a Rocky Mountain Bighorn, came from his home province of Alberta back in 2004. Moving closer to the present, Brian scored on a Kamchatka snow sheep in Russia in 2010, and in 2017 he traveled to Kyrgyzstan where he collected a Tian Shan Argali. We'll finish up by showing you Brian's Madison Argali from Tajikistan, which he took in 2018. That completes all of our Ovis awards for this year. Let's once again give them all a big round of applause.